Hello and welcome to Pick a Card Palace. In today's Pick a Card reading, we will be answering the question, who wants to be with you right now? For this reading, we have 7 options. This is option 1, the sun with the sunglasses. This is option 2, the moon with the piano. This is option 3, Mercury with the walkie-talkie. This is option 4, Venus with the handbag. This is option 5, Mars with the saxophone. This is option 6, Jupiter with the guitar. And this is option 7, Saturn with the drum. Now, take a look at these options. You can choose by the planet name and or the object on top of the card. And once you've made your selection, you can go down to the description box where there will be links taking you directly to each of these separate readings. Keep in mind that you can choose more than one. If you have, I don't know, you're feeling lucky, like there's more than one person who wants to be with you right now. So, knock yourself out. Choose one or more. Okay, so now I'm going to let you look at these options and make your selection before we get started. Okay. Hello, option 1. If you chose the sun and or the sunglasses, this will be your reading. Now, again, the question that we're answering today is, who wants to be with you right now? So, first of all, you chose this card and or object here, the sun with the sunglasses. Now, the sun, first of all, is Leo energy. Now, your person doesn't have to be a Leo, but they probably or possibly have this energy strong in their astrological chart, sun, moon, rising sign. But anyway, this person is confident. This person may even come across as being a bit cocky. They are self-assured. They go for what they want. They have a quiet authority about them. Now, with these sunglasses here, you can maybe guess that this person feels like they're a pretty cool individual, if they may say so themselves. So you got somebody here, that definitely has high self-esteem, shall we say. But let's see what else we can find out from the cards here about your person who is wanting to be with you right now. So who is this person? For option 1, those who chose the sun and or sunglasses, who is this person who wants to be with them right now? Okay, we have the firefighter. Well, I must say that is interesting. Option 1. With this energy, again, we're getting a lot of fiery energy. So this person is very action oriented. This person, I was going to say shoots first and asks questions later. So, okay, yeah, we got somebody who maybe is a bit of a hothead. We have someone who loves to run towards the danger instead of running away from it. And so we may be dealing here with someone who's something of a thrill seeker. This is somebody who might think it's fun to jump out of an airplane, for example, or go bungee jumping. You know, those people who get, I was going to say get off. Okay, this is a PG reading. People who are energized by going out into the world and doing things. So this is not a wallflower. This is not someone who prefers to Netflix and chill, okay? This is somebody who probably wants to take you on some kind of adventure. You know, if you're going to go out on a date with them or something that's active at the very least, I would think, you know, like, say, dancing or hiking or something else athletic. But yes, this person is very fiery, very action oriented. Okay, so let's see what else we can find out here. Option 1 about your person. So this person, are they, what kind of person are they? I mean, what's their baseline attitude or mood? Let's see. We've got sorry. Well, I wasn't expecting that. Option 1. Your person is interestingly an apologetic kind of person, but at the bottom of the deck here we have confident. So what we were saying before, you're not dealing with somebody who is unsure of themselves or shy, nothing like that. This is somebody who is comfortable in the spotlight. But the sorry card is interesting to me. I wonder if you and this person have had some kind of conflict that is causing them to feel sorry about something. It could be, since that card is coming out here, I really was not expecting that, option 1. I really wasn't expecting that, but okay. So yeah, you probably know who this is by now, since, as I said, this card is coming out, and I doubt this is how they feel all the time, but in the context of your relationship with them at this point, they do feel sorry. And with the firefighter, I think that maybe they want to put this fire out. Maybe they knocked over a candle or something, and a blaze just got out of control, and they realize that, and they want to make it right. They feel like they can make it right, option 1. So, but again, this is the type of person you're dealing with because, well, you know, they are very self-assured. Okay, so let's see what else. Actually, let's change lanes here a little bit and see what they have to say to you in particular. What specifically does this person who wants to be with option 1 right now have to say to option 1? Let's see. We have, they don't recommend it. I don't understand it. I've been reprimanded because I'm in love with you. That is from It's No Crime by Babyface. Huh. Okay. So interesting thing here about this. This song, if I recall correctly, begins with the noise in the background of sirens, you know, like, and it says, calling all cars, like it's a police chase or something going on. And I told you that this person's very action oriented. We got the firefighter coming out. So this is really strong Mars energy, a lot of energy. This person is a high energy. And so I just wanted to say that as a confirmation of what we've already gone over. But here, they don't recommend it. I don't understand it. I've been reprimanded because I'm in love with you. Now, this is interesting because they say they've been reprimanded. So somebody doesn't like that they are in love with you. Somebody is upset about that. I don't know who the they is. It could be their friends, their family, their social circle, community. Hopefully there's not a third party here. I don't think it would be that though. Anyway, yeah, this person is first of all proclaiming that they are in love with you, and secondly, that they pretty much, I think they don't really care. They don't care that other people don't approve. The title of the song is It's No Crime. Like they don't feel like they're doing anything wrong by being in love with you. But isn't that interesting though? This person wants to be with you right now and they are in love with you, and they've got some opposition to wanting to be with you. So hopefully you've got a good idea now of who this is. Option one, if this doesn't sound like anybody you know or know of, then please choose another option, because hopefully there's a message for you in some other option. But if this is sounding like your person, stay tuned. We want to look at a few other things before I let you go. So, okay, this person who is wanting to be with option one right now, how do they see option one? How do they see you, option one? Okay, we have the gentleman. And the lantern. Okay, so this person is interesting. I mean, hey, I said, how do they see you? But this person is, this person is such a Leo. Sorry, Leos. But hey, you know, I mean, I don't think this is a bad thing to feel good about yourself. Everybody's always talking about self-love and self-esteem. Well, Leos tend to have this just naturally. I asked, how is this person, how do they see you? And instead we get, I don't think this is you. Option one, I think this is your person. So they're like, well, never mind at the moment how I see them. I just want to talk about me. So this is, your person is turning out to be quite the character, option one. So anyway, looks like what they want us to know is not so much about how they see you, but that they themselves are seeing the light. I think this means that they've come to some kind of recent realization about you, option one. It's interesting because a bit ago I mentioned that I think it was just an analogy, but that maybe they knocked a candle over and it started a blaze. And then we get this lantern here, which may very well have some kind of candle in it as well there in the middle, as you can see. And this card is coming in right underneath the firefighter. So again, this person, if they've done something to upset you or to derail their mission of being with you, they are not only sorry, but very much wanting to clean it up, very much wanting to put that fire out. So they may see you then. I mean, I guess maybe we can imply from this that they see you as someone who's not happy with them right now. They may see you as somebody who doesn't put up with shenanigans or whatever this thing is that they are sorry that they did or didn't do. So that's interesting, especially since it's coming from somebody who has this kind of personality that's, you know, very self-oriented. They seem to at least have self-awareness about how you are experiencing them in this time, and that can't be a bad thing, option one. Okay, so let's get a bit more information about something else here that's related. So why, actually no, I don't think I'm going to ask why yet. We'll say, what do they see that is so appealing and attractive about you, option one? What do they see in you that they feel is so attractive that they want to be with you right now? Okay, we have Judgment. And we have the Knight of Cups. Okay, I see here this person. Okay. You know, I keep wanting to find out how they see you, what is, you know, is in their mind about you, you know, but instead it's weird, option one. It's like all about them, even though it's not about them. Well, as I said, you know, this is some very Leo 9 energy we got here. And at the bottom of the day, we've got 4 of Cups. So, again, I think they are contrite, wanting to apologize, wanting to offer you something of how they're feeling about you, sweep you off your feet. They have some kind of romantic plans in mind for you. But as for what it is that they find so attractive about you, it could be that they find it attractive that you don't put up with just whatever. I don't know what you're doing now. Are you, quote unquote, standing in your power, option one, or something? But they like it. They like that you make them walk the line. Okay, so there's another song coming in. This is Johnny Cash, I Walk the Line. So I'll put a link in the description for you if you want to go check that song out, hear it, or just see the lyrics. But anyway, option one, let's continue. Just needed to make a note there. All right, so let's see what's next here. I think now we're going to see why. That was what I was going to ask before. Why does this person want to be with you right now? Okay, we have result. And let's see, it's at the bottom of the deck here. And intelligence. Okay, so it could be that they, again, I think I was talking about, they came to some kind of realization about you, option one. They have seen the light. They now understand something they didn't understand before. And really, they would feel so proud. They would feel so proud to be with you. With the intelligence card, it could be that they find you to be an intelligent person, and they like that, and they feel like, well, I should get with an intelligent person if I'm going to, you know, get with someone. You know, only the best for our Leo energy person here, I guess. Okay, let me just get one more card, grab one more card here before we close this out, option one. So for option one, can you tell us anything else about why this person wants to be with option one right now? Okay, we have, what is one thing you've always wanted to learn or try? All right, so this person maybe has always wanted to try being with someone like you, or being with you. Like, I don't know what your situation is. Different people will have different situations here, so take what resonates. But it could be that this person hasn't been forthcoming with some kind of solid offer in the past, and they now have decided that they really want to try to make a real go of a real something with you. Okay, it may be that again, you had some kind of conflict, there was some kind of dispute or falling out or something, and the person wants to try to learn how to deal in a healthy way with conflict and resolve it so that you can strengthen a relationship and continue it, because this person obviously very much wants to be with you right now, option 1. So I think I'm going to leave it here, option 1. This is your reading. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm going to move on to the next option now. Okay, hello there. Option 2, those of you who chose the moon and or the piano, this will be your reading. And again, we are answering the question today, who wants to be with you right now? So because you chose this card, which has the moon on it, that tells me that we're dealing with Cancerian energy here. So somebody who has strong Cancer energy or water energy in their astrological chart. It could be that this is a Cancer sun or Cancer moon or Cancer rising, or they got a lot of planets in the 4th house. Doesn't absolutely have to be, but somehow there's a prominent energy here of the moon. And that is the associated sign and the associated astrological configurations that would go along with that. Now, you also chose the piano, so this is telling me that we're dealing with somebody who is musically inclined. It may be that the person just really loves music. It may be that the person actually plays a musical instrument, the piano or something else, or I was actually thinking more along the lines that this person may have a lovely voice, whether they sing with it or not, because some people just have a really nice speaking voice too, melodious, pleasant on the ears, someone who we'd say has a voice for radio. So this is the first impression I'm getting of the person who really wants to be with you right now, option 2. So let's see what else we can find out about all of that. So for the people who chose option 2 here, who wants to be with them right now? Who is this person? Okay, we have the Doctor. Okay, so this again is giving me a sense of somebody who is caring and nurturing, someone who really wants to help others. I don't know if I talked about the caring and nurturing. I probably didn't, because I was so busy talking about astrological configurations. Just kind of brushed right past the qualities of Cancer and the moon. But yes, the moon is very much associated with tending and supporting and nurturing. Think of the way that a mother is with a child. This is the Cancerian energy. So with this Doctor coming out here, your person may have a career that is oriented towards caring and nurturing, taking care of others. It might be in the medical field or not, because there are lots of different ways that one could be somebody who takes care of others in some kind of career context. Let's see. So what else can we know about your person, option 2? What is this person's baseline way of being in the world, or their what kind of mood they're typically in, or what their what they show the world is, the kind of person that they are. Let's see. Gosh, why are these sticking together? Okay, grumpy. Alrighty. Didn't think your person was going to come out as grumpy. Option 1. On the bottom of the deck here, we have excited. Okay. So, really, neither one of those is what I would call Cancerian. But I will say this, that, when a Cancer gets upset, sometimes they don't really show it. They just kind of retreat into their shell. And so your person might be the type of person who, whether they're a Cancer or Cancerian or not, they might be the type of person who just kind of suffers in silence. They're not, one to come right out and say exactly what it is that's bothering them. But they may also just come across to the world as someone who is not someone you really want to mess with or cross or, play around with. They might have this kind of stern expression on their face a lot of the time that makes people not feel like they should really approach them, which is kind of interesting, like I said, because this moon energy is quite different. The romantic or creative and nurturing person that this person is maybe not so evident on the outside to everyone because they have their face balled up a lot. But this person also, it looks like, is at least excited about things, about life. They're an enthusiastic type of person. So this person seems pretty multifaceted so far, option 2. But let's see if we can find out what they want to say to you at this time, option 2. So this person who wants to be with option 2 right now, what do they want to say to option 2? Okay, we have, our connection lies in a life before. For us to meet again was divine law. This is from Reminisce by Bilal featuring Common and Mos Def. Okay, so your person, option 2. Again, they said, okay, I did mention dreamy and romantic, didn't I? I said they've got a musicality to their voice, or they like music or something like that. And, again, this speaks to someone who is more intuitive and sentimental, which is another. Those are other Cancerian qualities, so that certainly makes sense. But in particular, this person is coming through as having a kind of spiritual way of thinking about you and the connection that they have with you, because it says, our connection lies in a life before. Now, I should mention that, let me see now, I think by the time this video comes out, I will have already published another reading that I did recently, and it is called Who Were They to You in a Past Life? So that might actually be something you want to check out, option 2, if you're so inclined. You can just, let's see, maybe I'll link it. Maybe I'll link it. Yeah, below, like in the description box or top of the comments or something like that. Let me make a note here. Okay. But anyway, so yeah, this person has kind of a spiritual outlook. So I don't know if you know this about this person, that they perhaps believe in past lives, or for some reason they're feeling like the two of you have some kind of timeless connection to each other. So let's see what else comes out before I say anything else about that. Let me switch gears a little here and let's find out how do they see you, option 1? How does this person who wants to be with option 2 right now see option 2? Okay, we have the Mirror, and we have the Knot. Oh, wow. Wow, that's nice, option 2. Don't let the grumpy exterior fool you. This person, has some perhaps hidden depths here. This person, harkening back to the whole past life thing, they see you have this strong bond, this nearly unbreakable type of connection, or at least this is from their perspective, and it looks like they want a serious long-term type of relationship with you. Option 2. It seems that they believe that the two of you are like two peas in a pod, or you're like the Two of Cups. I don't know if you're familiar with the Two of Cups. Do I have? No, I don't. Okay. But anyway, in the Rider-Waite-Smith deck, the Two of Cups tarot card is depicted as two people standing, looking at each other, standing in front of each other, looking at each other. And if you look closely, you will notice these two people, even though one is male and one is female, they bear a striking resemblance to each other, as though one of them, as though they are twins, except one is male and one is female. And your person kind of feels that way about you, option 2. They feel like you are like twins or something, you know, like you are like them, only in maybe the opposite sex form. If this is an opposite sex connection here, I don't want to say it's not for same-sex connections, because it certainly can be. In such case, they maybe feel even more so that you and they are like the same person almost, which is interesting because we're talking about past lives, and I don't tend to focus on the whole twin flame thing, but I'm kind of getting some twin flame union type energy, though, not twin flame toxicity. Okay. Oh, interesting. Option 2. All right. So what is it about option 2 that makes this person want to be with them right now? Okay, we have the Seven of Swords, and we have Temperance. Okay, option 2. So they enjoy that you have a kind of shrewd or analytical way about you, that you keep your plans close to your chest perhaps until it's more appropriate to share those plans with other people. They like that you can keep a secret. Maybe they feel that they can confide in you, and they don't have to worry about you going and blabbing to any and everyone about what they're telling you. They like that you have this kind of very balanced way of approaching things in life. You know, you're not overly dramatic, you're not overly emotional, you're not overly impulsive. You've got impulse control, you've got self-control. They like that. They also like that there's a certain healing energy that you bring. And by the way, Temperance is a card that is associated with the sign of Sagittarius. So I don't know if anyone here is watching and is a Sagittarius, but if you are, here you are. Hello, Sagittarians. But anyway, you don't have to be a Sagittarius, by the way. So yes, this is why this person, or what they see in you, what makes them want to be with you. Okay, so let's see. Why does this person want to be with option 2? Okay, we have, I don't remember what that means. Pour parler. If you speak French and you want to translate that for me, please do so in the comments below. But anyway, let me see, bottom of the deck. Oh, Destiny. There we go with this whole past life stuff again. Option 2. I'm going to actually put that out here. There we go. So yeah, again, there's this energy of having experienced another lifetime with you, and they believe that you are destined to spend another with each other. Um, this card is interesting though because I tend to think of this as kind of a third party type ish energy here, honestly. Um, but if it is, this is not coming through as like negative. It seems more like maybe this person feels like you are destined to be with them, and therefore, if you come in and turn their head away from someone else, that this is totally in line with what the universe decreed for the both of you, and importantly for them. So, wow, very interesting. Option two. Let me see. Let's just grab one more card here, and ask the question again. Why does this person want to be with option two right now? And we have, would you rather be able to fly or turn invisible? Huh. Interesting. Option two. This person maybe is believing in miracles. I mean, they're certainly thinking in terms of, past lives here. I mean, like, they've got this kind of idea of a cosmic connection and fatedness surrounding your relationship. So maybe it's not so surprising that there's this element of the impossible here. They want to maybe somehow do the impossible by being with you. I don't know what that means for you, option two. I don't know why it would be impossible for them to be with you, or some really difficult, or in human terms or practical terms, maybe there's something logistically that is in the way. I mean, again, is there a third party perhaps that is involved here? I don't know. Maybe for some of you. But yeah, this person wants to be with you because, yeah, as we said, I mean, they feel like it's destined. But I think there's also this thrill that they get from the idea of achieving something that they either think or were thinking would be impossible. Very interesting, option two. I'm going to leave your reading here. Thank you so much for joining me, option two. Okay, I'm going to clear this deck so we can get on with things. Hello there, option three. If you chose Mercury and or the Walkie-Talkie. Are you old enough to remember walkie-talkies? I don't know what else these are called. There's something else that these are called. I never can remember what it is. It's like a radio, some kind of radio. I should know this. But anyway, option three, you chose Mercury and the Walkie-Talkie, and both of these have to do with communication. Before I get into that, though, I should mention astrologically that Mercury rules two signs of the zodiac. It rules the sign of Gemini and the sign of Virgo. So this person who wants to be with you right now may be one of those signs, or have this prominent in their chart somehow. Not the sun sign maybe, but maybe moon sign, or their rising sign, or they've got a lot of planets in the third and or sixth house. But yeah, so this is one indication of who this is. But This person is someone who's very communication oriented, and Mercury is the planet of communication. And we got the walkie-talkie here, which I guess you might say is like a kind of 80s version of the cell phone. You know, before cell phones took off, I think. Maybe misremembering that. But anyway, so this person is very interested in staying in touch with people and expressing themselves verbally and or in written form, but probably mostly verbally. This person is probably rather on the go, very busy, has a lot of irons in the fire, maybe good at a lot of things, but not necessarily really focused. Though they might be. If we got Virgo energy going on here, they might actually be quite accomplished in some area or another. But at any rate, these are people who tend to have a way with words and be clever. So these are the first impressions I get of your person, option 3. Let's see what else we can find out about them, though. So who is this person who wants to be with option 3 right now? Okay, we got Zookeeper. Okay, well, I said this person's very busy and on the go and has a lot of irons in the fire and is good at a lot of things. And, you know, I kind of get that energy here with the Zookeeper, who is literally quite caught up here. Let me see if you can see this more closely. This person, or this Zookeeper, I should say, is holding, I really wish, there we go, it would focus. This person is holding a bird. Is that a parakeet? While there is a little monkey on his shoulder, and there's a little snake wrapped around his foot down there. So he's got a lot going on, this Zookeeper, and so your person probably has a lot going on. And again, I get this sense of juggling, having a lot of irons in the fire, having a lot of balls in the air at one time. And since we've got Zookeeper and all the animals here, I'm thinking maybe your person is an animal lover as well. This is somebody who's probably enjoys nature also. So let's see what else we can find out about your person here, option 3. So what is this person's baseline attitude or face that they show the world? Okay, we have helpful. Okay, so you got a pretty nice person so far, option 3. Let me see what else is here. Okay, curious. This all fits in here because, again, with the Mercury energy, Mercury is a very inquisitive planet, a planet that likes information, just takes in information. So someone who's curious probably knows a lot of things about a lot of things. And I said that your person's probably good at a lot of things or knows how to do a lot of things. And so this, again, is giving us a portrait of this person who also is a very helpful type of person. And if they're an animal lover, then we can kind of see that heart for helping out those who are not as able to do for themselves, like, for example, animals, pets. But people too, I imagine. The animals are being highlighted, though. Let's see. Now, what would this person who wants to be with option 3 right now? Sorry if you can hear that roar going, but someone has a very loud truck outside my window. Anyway, hey, maybe your person, this person who wants to be with you right now, maybe they have a big truck, a loud, noisy vehicle or something. Maybe they just like making a lot of noise as they come and go. I don't know. But anyway, this person, what do they want to say to you, option 3? What does this person who wants to be with you want to say this time? They want to say, when I'm in your arms, nothing seems to matter. My whole world could shatter. I don't care. This is from a groovy kind of love by Phil Collins. Oh, very beautiful, option 3. So your person feels like the two of you share a very special connection. It's like an escape for them. They feel like when they're with you, time just stops and they don't care about anything else. They're totally focused on enjoying that time with you, enjoying your company and your presence, and specifically when they're in your arms. Well, that's beautiful. Now, if this person actually hasn't been in your arms, then this is probably what they imagine it would be like. They believe that you would have this kind of soothing effect on them. And that's actually pretty interesting, option 3, because I've described a pretty on-the-go, mentally active person. But either they find their rest and peace in you, or they want to. They imagine that they could or would. Okay. So far, so good, option 3. So, let's see. What am I going to ask now? How do they see you? How does this person who wants to be with option 3 see option 3? Okay, we have the meeting. And the, I don't remember what this card is called. I'll just say the priestess. I mean, that's kind of the idea. It's kind of this deck's version of the high priestess, I imagine. That's what I always thought, anyway. So this person sees you as being highly intuitive, and also, again, this very warm and welcoming, and dare I say, like, healing presence. We already talked about how they want to be in your arms because of how that makes them feel safe and comforted and all of that. And so we can see from this card here that she's got this open armed stance that this person sees in you. They see someone who's warm and generous and caring, someone who probably likes to talk to them, someone who maybe takes out the time to do that. I don't know if this person likes to talk a lot and you make time for that, or exactly what, but they like something about your communication and something about the way that you are as a person. Here, like I said, this warm and nurturing person. Okay, so what is it about option 3 that makes this person want to be with option 3? Okay, we have the 4 of Wands. And the 3 of Wands. This is kind of interesting. 4 and then 3. It seems that again, we're getting this message of you being warm and nurturing. I mean, quite literally here we've got, like, see the birds with the nest, and this one bird in the center here tending to the eggs in the nest. So this maternal energy, yes, that this person feels that you give off, is what makes them want to be with you. They find it very compelling, and I dare say something different than what they're finding otherwise, or with other options they might have, or other people in the past. They see you are standing out in this way, that yeah, like that's very attractive to them at this time. Um, it seems they've been waiting to encounter this type of caring in someone, and they have encountered it in you. Okay, let's see. So, why does this person want to be with option 3 right now? We have elevation, and accident. Okay, so something could have happened here. It may or may not have anything to do with you, actually, but maybe there was some kind of thing that occurred in the life of this person that gave them kind of a wake-up call, and they came to realize that what they want is someone to settle down with in this kind of way that we're talking about here, somebody who's really going to take care of them emotionally. They feel like this would be a step up from what they've experienced in the past. It would be a leveling up. It would be kind of a, let's say, rite of passage, but like, they've come to this point in their lives where they've reached a level of maturity so that they are ready for this type of relationship. So this is quite nice, actually. Option 3. So let me just get one more card here. Can you tell us anything else about why this person wants to be with option 3 right now? It says, if you could be an expert in any field, what would it be and why? Okay, it looks like, again, this person has reached a maturity level, this point in their life where they're experiencing maybe a paradigm shift, a change in their consciousness or worldview, where they're now beginning to see the value of, having this firm foundation of security and caring in a significant other, someone who's going to be there. It says, it looks like they want to, as it were, specialize in this, which is interesting because we talked about this person being kind of jack of all trades but master of none. But it looks like they want this opportunity to really commit themselves to learning how to be not only passable or proficient, but truly an expert in doing relationships in the right way, or doing this relationship at least in the right way, to have something lasting. Okay, so option 3, this is your reading. Thank you very much for joining me. Okay, hello there, option 4. If you chose this card and or this object, this will be your reading. So Venus is the planet of love, but it also represents other things like sociability, like harmony, like just interpersonal interaction in general, but also the comforts of life, but the enjoyable things of life, the sensually enjoyable things of life in particular, but also just things that are pleasant, yeah, just overall pleasantness. Okay. And Venus rules two signs. It rules um, Taurus and Libra. So your person who, or this person who wants to be with you right now, could be a Taurus or Libra, or they could have one or both of those signs prominent in their chart. They could have Moon in Libra, or Libra rising, Taurus Moon, Taurus rising, bunch of planets in the second house or the seventh house, some kind of combination like that that would make them, Venusian. So that's the first impression that we get of your person, is that they are somebody who is concerned about having a harmonious environment. This is someone who generally wouldn't like fighting and arguing. This is not a screamer or a yeller, in a dispute. This is actually, these people, the Venusian people, are actually the conflict resolution people, okay? And in fact, they could even be so extreme as to avoid conflict like the plague. This is a very agreeable person who just loves harmony, okay? This person may also enjoy an environment that is peaceful and well appointed and pleasing to the eye. So this person may have an interest in design, whether that's interior design or any other kind of graphic design, anything that makes the world better looking. Okay, so we can talk about fashion, we can talk about cosmetics, we can talk about any of the beautification things that people might do. And this is whether this person is male or female, by the way. Which is not to say that if they're male, they like makeup. Please understand, take what resonates. Some of these things will not apply to all of your people. I hope that's not something I really need to say, but I'm going to just clarify and point that out just in case. So, all right. Let's see what else we can find out here about your person who wants to be with you right now. So, who is this person who wants to be with option 4 right now? We've got photographer. So now that's quite interesting because I was just talking about somebody who wants to make the world better looking. And this is actually something that photographers do. They take pictures of things in such a way as to render them as pleasing to the eye as possible, or for whatever other purpose, to make things look a certain way. But there is a type of design involved in photography. I mean, you've got to get your lighting right, or like you want it, and then you're positioning the camera at a certain angle. So all of this has a certain artistic / creative impetus behind it. And that goes along with Venus. Did I mention that Venus also represents the arts and creativity? I don't know. But anyway, these two things, these two cards certainly seem to go hand in hand. Okay, let's see what else we can find out about this person who wants to be with you right now, option 4. So what is this person's baseline attitude towards life, or the face they show to the world? What mood is it that they're in typically? Okay, we have proud and kind. Okay, I'm very happy to see that kind card, because it goes with what I was talking about. I mean, not only are the Venusians conflict averse, but they're very nice typically. They have this energy of wanting harmony. And I wanted to point out here that we've got the photographer taking a picture of a flower. Actually, I think it's a butterfly on a flower. But we also have in this card someone holding a flower. So maybe your person is interested in floral design, or they like flowers or the natural world. They might be into landscaping, lawn care, I don't know, beautifying outdoor spaces. Okay. Let's see. So yes, your person is coming through as being proud. So this person probably carries themselves in a way that is attractive. They probably are seen by people in general as being someone who is attractive, someone who is pleasant, someone who is kind, someone who is approachable. But at the same time, they do have, like a confidence about them. So I don't know that this is really a shy or wallflower type of energy. I don't think it is. Which is not to say this person is necessarily thirsty for the spotlight or anything like that either. It's just that they're just a nice person to be around and or perceived that way. Okay. Let's see now. So what does this person want to say to you at this time? Option 4. This person who wants to be with you right now, what do they want to say to you? It says, I haven't seen your face in a year. I can't wait till I get there. This is from It Never Rains in Southern California by Toni. Huh. By the way, I guess I'll link these songs in the description. I should remember to do that. Hope I'll remember to do that. So, yes. I don't know if this is a long distance connection. Maybe that's why, there's an expression of not having seen your face in a year, or if this is more metaphorical, probably, for a lot of you, it's more metaphorical. Maybe they haven't seen you in a while and they'd like to see you. And here, I mean, in person. Okay, it's not that they haven't seen you on social media, or in their feed or whatever. It's that they literally perhaps have not seen you face to face in a while that is too long for them, because it says they cannot wait till they get there. So they would very much like to see you if they haven't seen you in a while, or even if they have seen you in a while, it feels to them like it's been a long time. So take that for what it means, except that, I guess the good news is that if they just saw you yesterday or 5 minutes ago, they can't wait till the next time because, it's just so awesome to see you. So that's sweet. Let's see. What else here? So how do they see you? How does this person who wants to be with option 4 see option 4? Ooh, okay, we got wedding. And we've got the bridge. Okay. So this person apparently sees you as marriage material, option 4. And they think they can build a bridge to you. I think they also see you as someone who maybe like them is more of a peacemaker, which is good because it means the two of you are compatible. Because really, I know they say opposites attract, but I always counter with, well, birds of a feather flock together. So for someone who's very peace loving, I don't think in the long term is great to be with, a Yosemite Sam type of person. Hey, nothing wrong with being a Yosemite Sam, okay? It's okay being a heck raiser. You're not dull. But for this person, they probably want someone who is going to contribute to their harmonious life and lifestyle and environment. And they feel like that's how you are. They feel like you and they have this in common. Okay, so what is it specifically about you, option 4, that makes this person want to be with you right now? Oh, we got the 9 of Cups. And we got the 10 of Coins. Wow. Okay. Again, this message of, okay, they see you as being stable, dependable, committed, and this is this is the person that you are that makes them want to be with you. Is that they again see a future, they see some long-term potential here with you. Um, and it's again because you're not some fly-by-night. You've kind of got your life together, it looks like. Um, Also, whatever it is that your aspirations are in life, they like them or they align with them, they resonate with them. So they like that. They like your attitude about your hopes and dreams. That I'm going to assume here that it's a positive attitude towards your hopes and dreams. That you actually believe you can move towards your goals and achieve them, and they just believe like that. That's the kind of person they want to be with. Okay, so let's see. An associated question: why does this person want to be with option 4 right now? Oh wow, we got the blue card. Wonderful. And we have Grace. Well, that's beautiful, option 4. The blue card is just kind of a project whatever totally awesome, wonderful, fantastic what's it that you can think of onto this otherwise blank card. So, yeah, the sky's the limit with the blue card. This person wants to be with you because they see nothing but good in being with you. And they see not only good, but great things with being with you. And also here there's a sense of some kind of spiritual or religious uh, gratitude that they have for bringing you into their life, and they hope making you someone they can be with, because they do want to be with you right now. And they are having this belief that God or the universe or what have you, whatever they believe in, is perhaps playing a hand here in making it happen. Okay, option 4, very nice. So let's just draw one more card here for why this person wants to be with option 4 right now. It says, if you could change one thing about the world, what would it be and why? Wow. Okay, this seems rather lofty, actually. They see some higher purpose or higher calling. We're already talking about spiritual and religious conviction here. But they see something greater. We actually mentioned greatness, didn't we? In being with you. Like somehow this maybe would make the world a better place. Being with you would make the world a better place. Maybe it's for them. You know, maybe this is about how they feel their life would be if they could be with you. And it'd be like making up for all the other ills of the world, you know? if they could just have that chance with you. If they don't already actually have the chance with you, I don't know. I mean, this spread is so positive, option 4, that maybe, are you already with this person? I don't know. That is if you want to be with this person. I mean, you know, we didn't ask the question, do you want to be with them? But this is just, yeah, this person genuinely, sincerely wants to be with you and thinks it could be life-changing, if not world-changing, option 4, which is really saying something. Okay, so I'm going to end your reading here, option 4. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm going to clear this off so I can move on to option 5. Hello there, option 5. If you chose this card, Mars and or the saxophone, this will be your reading. Again, we are answering the question today, who wants to be with you right now? So the fact that you chose this card, Mars and or the saxophone, is indicating that your person has a lot of Martian energy, and that is the energy of the planet Mars, which rules the astrological signs of Aries and Scorpio. Now I know, that's that the modern ruler of Scorpio is considered to be Pluto, but that is the modern ruler. It does not mean that Mars, which had been considered the ruler of Scorpio for a very long time before that, suddenly stopped being ruler of Scorpio, unless you just like to, do your astrology that way. But I prefer to use everything that I know, and one thing I know is that these traditional rulerships still work, at least for me. So, your person could be an Aries or a Scorpio. They don't have to be, but they probably have some really significant Martian energy in their astrological chart, which could mean that instead of having their sun in one of those signs, they could have their moon or their rising sign, or they could have a lot of planets in the first house, or a lot of planets like aspecting Mars or conjunct Mars, or a lot of planets in the 8th house. Whatever the case may be, though, again, yes, this person has this intense energy. This person is charismatic, shall we say. They have this kind of pull that draws people in, despite perhaps not being the most friendly person on the outside. I mean, maybe your person or this person is friendly. We'll see if any of that comes out here. But generally speaking, Mars is the planet of war, okay, not peace. So these people tend to be, maybe more off-putting in a social context. Again, that doesn't mean they have to be, that's their whole story or whatever, but there's something about them that is perceived as being aggressive or very direct and forthcoming, and some people may find that uncomfortable. Okay, they may find it to be a bit much or too much. They might feel like this person brings too much conflict. So that, let me see, actually before I move on, I also want to mention here, if you chose the saxophone, that this person is probably magnetic in the romantic / sexual sense as well. Like I said, they got this pull to them. They draw people in just by, I don't know, this something about them. Okay, so we'll start with that. Now let's see what else we can find out about this person who wants to be with you right now, option 5. So who is this person who wants to be with option 5? Okay, we have police officer. Well, that goes along with Mars, because the police officer is a Mars type. So this person is not afraid of confrontation. This person actually probably has a sense of right and wrong that they live by. This may be someone who's somewhat by the book, actually. They might be surprisingly rules oriented, or orderly in that way. They like danger to some extent. They like excitement. And they are assertive. So you probably don't have to wonder so much if this person is upset about something, because they probably let you know. Okay. Unless they got that Scorpio thing going on, in such case, Scorpios don't always, but you will know that there's something wrong at the very least. Okay, usually. All right, so what is this person's baseline face that they show the world, or their, how the world sees them outwardly, what their general attitude is that people notice? Okay, bored. Wasn't expecting that, option 5. And angry. Okay, well, there you go. Mars is also the planet of anger. I think I might have mentioned strife or conflict or things like that. I don't know if I mentioned it, but anyway, a planet has many, many significations, and so we'd be here all day if I were trying to list them all out just as a beginning for your reading. But anyway, this is interesting, option 5. So the person may come across to people as being kind of bored, but also angry. Maybe this is an impatient person. And by the way, that's a Mars type of energy too, impatience. You want what you want yesterday. So that may be why they come across as bored, is because they want things to, happen a lot more quickly, and maybe other people just don't have the same sense of urgency as this person has, and so they come across as being kind of angry, even though they may or may not actually be angry, but they just kind of seem to come across that way. This is not someone going around showing all 32 teeth to everybody that they meet. Okay, all right, let's see. So how does this person, actually, sorry. I'm trying to do all these readings in a certain order. I'm going to skip anything. Let's do this next. Okay, so what does this person want to say to you? This person who wants to be with you right now, or in this case, maybe they want to be with you yesterday. What does this person want to say to you at this time? Option 5. Here we go. It says, if my heart could speak, you'd know that I love you so. Aww. Okay, that's from the song Whispers by Usher. I think that was from his very first album. And he was like a teenager back then, so interesting. Maybe your person has kind of a youthful or young kind of attitude towards matters of the heart, or they're, at least with regard to you, maybe. I mean, it's interesting because they're not the shy type, but they are perhaps finding it difficult to express how they really feel about you. Interesting. Okay, no, actually. Let's do this now. Okay, so how does this person see you, option 5? This person who wants to be with you right now, how do they see you? Oh, okay, we've got summertime. And we've got the ring. Wow. Okay, option 5. So, looks like this person sees you as being a happy person, cheerful, fun and fun-loving, but they also see you as the type who doesn't necessarily want really to play around. Like they see you as somebody who wants a real commitment. Maybe they see you as somebody who's, I don't want to say high maintenance, but I mean, this ring isn't just a ring. I mean, it's a diamond ring. So they may believe that you require someone who has the financial means to keep you in the lifestyle that you desire and perhaps deserve, which is to say, somebody with money. So I don't know if that is a concern of theirs, but it may be, since this is how they see you. They also see you as a rare and precious uh, gift, you know, because, I mean, what value can we place on a diamond? Okay, so what is it specifically about you, option 5, that makes this person want to be with you right now? Okay, we have the Hierophant. And we have the Page of Cups. Oh, beautiful. Now, I was just talking about how they see you as being happy and cheerful and all of that. They also see a certain, you know, again, there's this purity about you, this open-heartedness. You're someone, maybe, I don't know if you wear your heart on your sleeve, but you are actually expressive about the way that you feel, or expressive enough so that they know, or people generally know how you feel. Um, and this is in contrast to how they are with their feelings about you. It's like they feel somehow like, I don't know, maybe too afraid to tell you how they really truly feel, but you are the opposite, and maybe that's something that they find attractive about you because they feel like it's lacking in them. So this is the kind of thing where, you know, you complete me. Um, Now, interestingly, the Hierophant shows up here right beside the diamond ring, so so we were already talking about somebody who requires a commitment, and this card is kind of echoing that. I think also they see you as someone they could commit to long term, um, and this is in some kind of official capacity. I don't think this is, oh well, you know, we'll just like live together. I think this is like marriage. Um, and at the bottom of the deck there was this cross, which again is referencing religion. So it may be that they see you as having religious or spiritual beliefs that make it so that you, in fact, yeah, you not only prefer an official commitment like a marriage, but require it. But this is also um, something, one of the things that they see about you that makes them want to be with you is it's somebody who's actually serious about these kinds of things. Remember, we talked about how they are maybe someone who's surprisingly by the book, you know, and certainly doing the traditional marriage thing is a pretty by the book type of thing to do in this day and age. I would definitely say so. So let's see, why does this person want to be with you, option 5, right now? Okay, we have enemies. And we have treachery. I was not expecting that. I wasn't expecting that. That kind of um, is something totally different than everything else, I think, that I've said here. Um, it could be they want to be with you right now because they are seeing that the, you know, call it dating pool out there, you know, is as someone put it on my cousin's Facebook page years ago. Uh, the dating pool has poop in it, okay? And maybe they are tired of swimming in, you know, poop infested waters. Uh, they don't see a lot of goodness and trustworthiness out there. in these streets. But in you, they see this refreshing commitment to some traditional values. You know, somebody who'd actually say, yeah, I can commit to one person for life. They see that in you, option 5. So that's interesting. Because I was expecting the cards to tell me something, like it has been so far for all the other groups, something more so along the lines with you. But this is actually probably, yes, about them just being tired of, you know, the dating game, which has its dangers, shall we say. Okay. So let's just get one more card here. Why does this person want to be with option 5 right now? It says, if you could travel anywhere in the world, where would you go and why? So they think that life would be an adventure with you. They think that you would open up possibilities for them in life and experience. We mentioned that they come across as bored, and but you're not boring to them. They think you're fun. They think you know, you're honest and open, and they would like to maybe be more like you. You know, they want to come out of this secretiveness, which, by the way, is kind of a Scorpio thing. We just want to point that out. And that is funny. Yeah, again, the Scorpio energy comes through with this too, because there's like this kind of an expression of distrust of people. Okay, that's one, you know, major reason why they want to be with you. So very interesting, option 5, but I'm going to leave it here. So thank you so much for joining me. All right. Okay. Hello there, option 6. If you chose this card, Jupiter, and or the guitar, I guess it's an electric guitar actually, but anyway, if you chose one or both of these, this will be your reading. We are again answering the question, who wants to be with you right now? So you chose this card, Jupiter, and Jupiter is a planet of luck and generosity and expansion. It also has to do with higher knowledge, including religious knowledge, philosophy, anything that you'd learn in depth, say like at the university level. It also has to do with higher education in that regard. Has to do with protection. Protection by God, the universe, however you want to look at the unseen, the great unseen. And it's just about growth generally. Anything that grows big, anything that can be big, it's just about expansion. For better or worse, actually. But generally we think of Jupiter as being a very, very positive type of energy. And in fact, it is known as the greater benefic. Now, Jupiter rules 2 signs. It rules Sagittarius and Pisces. Now, it is the traditional ruler of Pisces. Now, the modern ruler is often considered by people all by itself, which is Neptune, being the ruler of Pisces. But I still look to the traditional rulerships. I find them very accurate, which is not to say I ignore the modern ones. I pay attention to them too, but anyway, that's a side note. Back to the reading. So, because Jupiter rules Sagittarius and Pisces, the person who wants to be with you might be one of those signs, or maybe if they don't have the sun in Sagittarius or Pisces, they have moon in one of those signs, or their rising sign, or they got a lot of planets in the ninth house, which is associated with this Jupiterian energy, or perhaps the 12th house. But anyway, maybe they just have a lot of planets aspecting Jupiter. But yes, this person has very likely the qualities that we just went over, or interests in those topics and that sort of thing, is generally considered good. It's generally considered, like a good energy. So we're dealing with somebody who's probably overall seen as a good person. They want to do the right thing, and they often, or perhaps even almost always, do. That's the kind of person we're dealing with here. So with the guitar, I don't know. Maybe they like rock music. Maybe they like guitars. Maybe they play the guitar. I don't know. Doesn't have to be the case, but since it's here, we'll throw that out there. We don't want to totally ignore it. So now, what else can we know here about this person who wants to be with option 6 right now? Who is this person? Okay, we have the artist. Alrighty. So certainly this Jupiter energy could lend itself to the arts. I think of Jupiter as being more so about maybe the show business side of things, or Jupiter in my mind is more like the master or mistress of ceremonies, the host or the hostess of an event or something. But with the artist coming through here, this person may actually be more hands-on, might be a literal artist, or is just a creative individual, somebody who has a lot of interesting ideas, and or someone who makes things, things for people to enjoy in a creative or artistic type of way. I also want to mention here that this person is wearing a beret, I believe it is. Let's see here. See the beret? So this is a French item of clothing, I believe, or traditionally French. And I think we talked about Jupiter having to do with, did we talk about, well, Jupiter has to do with also foreign things, foreign cultures, things, people from different nationalities and countries, long distance travel, things like that. So this person is quite perhaps worldly in the sense of being knowledgeable about different cultures. Maybe this is a cosmopolitan type of person. So they know about art, they know about politics, they know about history, they know this and that. So they come across maybe as being intelligent and well informed. Okay. So what is this person's baseline attitude in life, or the face that they show the world, or how people see them generally? Jealous? I tell you, it's been really surprising to me today, the cards that are coming out, but also special. Okay, this person comes across to people as being a jealous type of person, apparently. So maybe people think that, I was going to say, I'm getting a kind of snooty energy here. It might not be that they are definitely jealous of people, but maybe that is the underlying sense that they give off to people, because maybe this person is kind of critical of other people who don't know as much as they do about all those things I just mentioned. Someone who's not so much a citizen of the world, someone who is coarse and uneducated and doesn't know about art or politics or um, etc. You know, name some topic or subject, you know, that isn't maybe um, something that the masses know a great deal about or care about at all, actually. But this person has this kind of attitude like, oh, well, they don't um, know about this or that. So maybe your person comes across as, you know, kind of a little arrogant, actually. Especially since here we've got special. So your person also, people think that they think that they're special, okay? So I don't know if they literally walk around with their nose in the air, or if it's more like a figurative thing that they give off this kind of energy. But okay, I'm not saying they're a bad person or anything. This is just how people see them, okay? Then hopefully this will give you an idea of who we're talking about. I actually recall I had a very good friend many years ago who, it turns out, yes, that was everyone's opinion of that person, was that he was arrogant and snooty. But I, being a broad-minded person, you know, I actually got to know him and realized he's not snooty. He's just, that's almost like a defense mechanism that he would use. Like it was his way of protecting himself, I think, from um, people's opinions of him, you know, because maybe he didn't fit the mold that people expected. He didn't look like the type of person who he was, and so he adopted this very self-assured and arrogant way of projecting out into the world in order to kind of like stop all of the people in their tracks who might say, well, you don't look like you should major in ethnomusicology. And I think that's what he actually majored in. So it's funny I'm talking about all of this, like, you know, oh, people don't know about ethnomusicology, right, for example. But he was actually a very nice, and I dare say, like, sweet and endearing person once you got past that that image, that wall that he put up to protect himself. So maybe your person is like that too, or I should say this person. I don't want to say your person. I don't know if they're your person, but the person who wants to be with you right now, maybe that's how they are. Maybe there's something else going on behind the scenes that not everybody's privy to. So instead, people get this other image of them. But let's see now. Let's see what they want to say to you. So this person who wants to be with option 6 right now, what do they want to say to option 6? They say, I've been in love before. I'm not afraid, you see. I just want to be the only man you will ever need. And that's from the song Pretty Lady by Mint Condition featuring Charlie Wilson. Okay, so this person wants you to know. It kind of goes along with this person who's like really coming across as kind of like elegant and self-assured and, oh, well, you know, I am a person of the world. I've done this, I've done that. I'm experienced, you know. So this person wants you to know that they're experienced in love. They want you to know that they're not afraid of love. I don't think that's a bad thing, honestly, actually. I mean, there's a lot of people who are afraid of love, okay, let's be real. This person, according to them, at least, they are not one of those people. They want you to know that. And also, they want to be the only man you'll ever need. Oh, okay, well, or person, because my readings are not, you know, meant to be you know, exclusive, but they are inclusive of anyone who comes across them. So whatever your gender identity is, or the person's gender identity is, I mean, you know, we can change man to woman or what have you. So, you know, just keep that in mind. Okay, so how does this person who wants to be with option 6 see option 6? How do they see option 6? Okay, we've got the bird, or actually it's birds, usually in most decks, but here we just have one bird, so I'll say the bird. And the heart. Okay. So this person sees you as someone who is a thinker. And in fact, you might be an overthinker. An overthinker who then gets kind of maybe emotionally ginned up over the things that you're thinking about. Like it turns, thinking turns into overthinking, which turns into anxiety. So maybe they see you as someone who's kind of a nervous person, someone who's like, well, what about this? What about that? What about this? Kind of thing. They obviously don't find this problematic because they want to be with you a lot. So, but yes, it could be that you come across to them. I don't know if that's who you really are or who you would say you are. So don't shoot the messenger. I'm just telling you this is the energy coming through here. Also, though, they think that you are someone who does think about others. You are considerate of others and their feelings in particular. And so that's very good. And you're someone who speaks from the heart. You're someone who maybe lives by the motto, if it's not kind or helpful, then don't say it. Okay, that's nice. Option 6. So let's see. What is it specifically about option 6 that makes this person want to be with option 6 right now? Okay, we have the 6 of Wands. And we have the High Priestess. So this person sees you as being someone who is wise because you have this kind of knowing. And I don't know if it's an inner knowing. That's kind of what's suggested here by the High Priestess card, or not. And it may be that they are aware that you like to watch tarot card readings, or maybe hello there, option 6. Maybe you are a fellow card reader. Nice to see you if you are. But yeah, they see you as being spiritual, intuitive, knowing, and they like that. In fact, maybe you have this way of expressing things in such a forthright and confident manner, that they're just really floored by that. They're really impressed by it. Maybe there's kind of a sense like, yes, I found one of my people. Maybe your person feels like that towards you, because we already talked about, the way that they are, or at least how they come across. And so you might kind of show strains of that type of way about you as well. And they're not upset about it. They like it. Okay. So now, why does this person want to be with option 6? Okay, we have inconstancy and cloister. Now that's interesting that the cloister card came up, because it's kind of making me look back at the High Priestess. There's a sense of being removed from the mainstream. And maybe they do kind of like that, because we already talked about how maybe they have some knowledge or interests that are not part of most people's everyday conversation, shall we say. And they feel like you kind of resonate with that, perhaps because of your own hobbies and interests and worldview. So they may also like that you're someone who's open-minded enough to consider other ideas, things that are new to you, things you had not heard of before. And they appreciate that, because they'd probably be introducing just that kind of thing into your life and into conversation. Um, Also, I mentioned something about being removed. It may be that they themselves are kind of that, or they feel isolated, and you bring them out of that isolation. You make them feel like, hey, there's someone who maybe understands me, or who is okay with me being the way I am. Okay, so let me get one more card here for you, option 6. Why does this person want to be with you right now? Okay, we have, what is one thing you would like to learn in the next year? Okay, so there's an emphasis here on learning and knowledge, and we already talked about you being someone who knows, a knower, someone who thinks, a thinker, or maybe even an overthinker. But they appreciate that you are somebody who is perhaps more mentally active and or intellectually inclined, because as I was saying, like, it really fits in with who they are and how they are and the lifestyle that they lead. And so they want someone who, resonates, someone who fits, and they believe that you are that kind of person, option 6. Okay, so I'm going to leave your reading here, option 6. Thank you very much for joining me. Alrighty. Hello there, option 7, last but not least. If you chose this card, Saturn and or the drum, this will be your reading. We are answering the question, who wants to be with you right now? So the fact that you chose, sorry, I'm getting distracted by a dog barking maniacally outside my window. But anyway, if you chose this card's Saturn, it could be that the person who wants to be with you right now has this prominent Saturn energy in their astrology. So Saturn rules 2 signs. It rules Capricorn and Aquarius. Yes, I know there are people who only consider Uranus to be the ruler of Aquarius, but Saturn is the traditional ruler. It still works for me, all right? So you could be hearing in this reading about someone who has prominent placement in one of those signs. They could have the sun in Capricorn or Aquarius, or they could have the moon or their rising sign. They could have Saturn aspecting a lot of planets, or they could have a lot of planets in the 10th house, or maybe the 11th, probably more so the 10th. But anyway, they could have any of those combinations or not. But I'm getting there's strong Saturn energy here for this person. And Saturn is about work and effort and challenges and, yes, difficulties. I mean, it's kind of a catch-all for, the not so fun things in life. But the thing about life is that it kind of requires you to, do what maybe isn't a lot of fun to survive. So not only that, of course, if you want anything great, you want to build anything lasting, you need Saturn. And so this person who wants to be with you has this Saturn energy, and so they are perhaps rather work or career oriented. If not, they're maybe really ambitious about some project that they have going on in their hobbies or interests or personal life. They may literally be into something related to building, woodworking, carpentry. Doesn't have to be, but those are some possibilities. This is a rather serious-minded person, very likely a very practical individual. Um, this is not someone who um, just believes whatever. They're skeptical and they want proof, and they want concrete proof. Yeah, so things that you can see with the five senses, or I say see, but that you can experience with the five senses, confirmed through the five senses. And in that sense, these people can be seen as maybe rather scientific, because they don't just take somebody else's word for it. They want to test things out. This person may be what they call an old soul, which is to say, mature for their age. Or it could be that this person is actually older than you, which is why the Saturn energy is coming through here as well. Okay, so I'm going to move this over to the side so we can find out more about this person. Option 7. So for those who chose option 7, this person who wants to be with them right now, who is this person? Okay, we have the pilot. All right, so this person might or might not literally be involved in anything related to transportation, but they might be. So they might, do this for a living, or they might have a hobby that has to do with, it could be the vehicle, for example, planes or classic cars, or it could be more broadly travel. They might enjoy traveling, which honestly, I'll be a little surprised, but maybe with the pilot. At any rate, I think they enjoy being in charge. This is someone who likes to take charge. And actually, by the way, Saturn is very much aligning with that kind of energy of being the boss. So this person prefers to head up things instead of falling back and being a follower or a subordinate. Okay, so let's see. So what is the general attitude of this person, the face they show to the world? Okay, we have disappointed and love. Okay. Well, that's a little sad actually, but I guess it kind of goes with the Saturn energy here. I talked about difficulties and challenges. I don't know if I mentioned restrictions for significations of Saturn, but another thing is that Saturn is, it's an energy of loneliness. And so it could be that this person we're talking about has been disappointed in matters of the heart. They've had, some significant broken relationship, or maybe something that never got off the ground, and they were just sad about it, and they're sad about it to this day. And that's another thing is Saturn can kind of hold on to these hurts, and it makes Saturn hesitant to open up and trust in the future. Okay, let's see what this person wants to say to you. Option 7. So this person who wants to be with option 7 right now, what do they want to say to option 7? They say, when something is wrong with my baby, something is wrong with me. That is from When Something is Wrong with My Baby by Linda Ronstadt and Aaron Neville. Okay. So they're the type of person who feels what their partner is feeling. They empathize with the person to I don't want to say the extreme, but a lot. Okay, it's like their problems become this person's problems. Okay, their hurts become this person's hurts. Their challenges become this person's challenges. And that makes sense as, this person is very, again, with the Saturn energy, um, they are acquainted with difficulties and grief. Okay, so um, it's perhaps easier for them to identify with someone who's going through something difficult, or at least with their significant other who's going through something difficult. I don't know if there is something going on with you right now that they perceive, and that's why they're saying this to you, that when something is wrong with my baby, something is wrong with me. And if you are their baby in their mind, maybe um, they are wanting you to know, hey, I feel you. I get it. I understand what you're going through. Okay. So, how does this person see option 7? We have the lily and we have the crown. So this person sees you as being rather mature. Which is interesting. We were talking about them being maybe mature for their age, or just a mature type of person, or maybe older. I don't know if you are like them in those ways or in that way. But here is that energy. They see you as someone who is stable. Um, they see you as someone who has kind of a quiet allure about them. You're not flashy, at least not to them. You don't come across as flashy or trashy. Uh, okay, I think that would be important to this person actually with the Saturn energy. But they do see that you are attractive. And in fact, they see that there's a certain regalness about you that commands respect. So I don't know if that makes it perhaps a bit more difficult for them to approach you, perhaps, because they see you as this high value person, and maybe they worry a bit that they're not somehow worthy, or that you would not um, accept their affection or attention. Um, I don't know, but yeah, there are strains of that. Let's see, what is it specifically about option 7 that makes this person want to be with option 7 right now? We have the 8 of coins, and we have the 3 of coins. Alrighty. So there's a lot of earth energy coming through here. So we got Capricorn again, Taurus and Virgo coming through here. So there's maybe some of you watching who have this energy. But it doesn't have to be, but it's here. This is what they see in you. So they see you as being hardworking and someone who has already accomplished some things, regardless of how old or young you are. They feel that you are ambitious towards the future. They feel like you're a responsible individual. I already talked about being stable. So they find all these things quite attractive. And it's probably because this energy matches them. It matches something about them. So they feel like they found someone who's on the same page or wavelength as they are. Okay, so why does this person want to be with option 7? We have changefulness and departure. there's kind of this back and forth energy here. Um, while the question was, who wants to be with you right now, it seems this person's been kind of wavering. Maybe they are ready to make a decision finally, instead of doing this kind of riding the fence type of deal. So maybe they just feel like it's time to get off the merry-go-round and get serious, which is interesting because I would think this person was already serious. So maybe, as I said, this person, having been disappointed in love, finds it difficult to open up fully again. And maybe this is why this energy comes out here. Like, they want to change their pattern. They don't want to repeat history. They don't want to be sad and lonely either, though. So like they realize they're going to have to maybe take a risk, and perhaps they want to take it with you. I guess they do, since I asked the question, who wants to be with you right now? This person is who's coming through for you, option 7. Let's see, let's get a little bit more. So why does this person want to be with option 7? It says, which 3 objects would you save first if your house caught fire? Interesting, option 7. So I guess this is it, huh? Is that there's been this kind of wavering in their mind, at least, and now they just want to make a firm decision because they realize that you are that important to them. You are one of the most important things, or maybe people, to them, and they want to make sure that they're not going to miss out on their opportunity with you or lose you. They don't want you to go. And maybe that's the wavering energy here. Is I don't know if you've been kind of in with one foot and out with another, or they don't want that to continue. Maybe it's kind of a two-way thing here, with, or one way but opposite, like not them but you, that's seen by them as being wavering. But yeah, like they want to I think lock things down with you, option 7. That is why they want to be with you. Okay, so that is your reading, option 7, and this concludes my big giant mega reading. I think this is the longest reading I've ever done on YouTube. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed it. If this didn't resonate, try another group, because there's a lot of them, or try another video. Anywho, thank you again for joining me, and until next time, goodbye.